Welcome to the Catamount Football Show with Coach Kit Carpenter. I'm Bill Mayo, and this week we'll take a look back at the Paulding County game and also discuss the upcoming game with the East Paulding Raiders. So stay right here. We'll be back with more Catamount football in just a minute.
Direct Packaging is your complete one-stop packaging supplier of choice. In addition to being the largest in-stock packaging and adhesive supplier in North Georgia, Direct Packaging also manufactures boxes while adhering to the same service standards our customers have come to expect. With over 170,000 square feet of packaging and specialty films, boxes, and adhesives, we are the leader for packaging supplies. Direct Packaging is committed to our customers. We have a dedicated fleet ready to serve you. We pride ourselves in being able to deliver upon receipt in a 60-mile radius within a 4-hour window. Our friendly staff is very knowledgeable and willing to help in any way that we can. With years of experience in the packaging industry, we can find the right product that suits your packaging needs. Direct Packaging also believes in supporting our community. We proudly serve by giving back to local organizations that make the Dalton area such a great place to live. Proud of the work we do, dedicated to the customers we serve. Direct Packaging, your largest single-source packaging distributor manufacturer in North Georgia. Contact us today.
Industrial sales after hours service. This is Raymond. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, sure can. We can meet you in about 15 minutes. Does that work? Hey, Heath, you got to go to work.
I'm go.
Good hit, Aiden. Good hit.
Papa, why are you and Dad always running off to work like that?
Well, at Kaler Industrial, we always tell our customers we don't expect their business, we earn their business.
Back to Catamount Football Show, and Coach, let's talk a little bit about Friday night's game. Just ended up being a dang heartbreaking loss right there at the end.
It did. You know, we came out, we started fast once again. You know, we kind of play along there. You know, we have a couple of turnovers, a couple of missteps, and kind of give them opportunity to get back in it, and you know, and they executed.
Yeah, so. just a challenge, unfortunately, with some of the, you know, officiating calls are part of every game, and you know, they can't see everything, right?
It is, but it didn't come down to just
right.
that. There's a lot of other mistakes and miscues and things that we need to get cleaned up if we're ever going to beat anybody.
Absolutely. And these guys, you know, and it seems like we say the same thing every week, but you look how big and physical that this team was. You just kind of where are they coming from, right?
It is. You know, it's week after week that these kids come out and they battle. You know, we had a lot of guys out, and we asked some kids to do some things that they didn't normally do. They fought and they played well, and you know, certainly from a defensive standpoint, it's kind of one of the better times that we've had stopping the run.
I think the one thing about the character of this team, forget the record, whatever it is, the way that they do not give up. They fight to the very end of every game. It doesn't matter if we're winning by 50 or if we're down with a running clock situation or a 1-point game. I mean, they just fight the entire time.
They do, and of all the teams I've been associated with over the years, this team probably has my most respect because it's easy to come out and practice hard and play hard when you're winning.
Yes.
And when you're not winning on the field or on the scoreboard, it's very easy to lay down, but yet they continue to battle every day at practice. They continue to battle every Friday night.
And I think that's what makes it so difficult for us as coaches. We want them to win, so and not for us, it's for them, right?
Yeah,
I mean, that's just you see it in their eyes.
They do, and they deserve something good to happen to them, and they'll continue to fight. But you know, because that they've built this kind of work ethic, they're going to be successful at some point.
Absolutely, absolutely. Those kids will be successful in life, whatever they do. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with more in just a minute.
If you are selling or buying real estate, we are here to help.
Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty has been guiding the Dalton community home since 1974.
Please contact the #1 real estate company in Northwest Georgia for all your real estate needs.
All right! Oh yeah, baby!
Home is a place where all are welcome. It's where the story begins. It's not a place, it's a feeling. Home is where the heart is. At Furniture of Dalton, we handpick each of our 150 brands so that you can find your perfect heart's desire. Come see what you've been missing at Carpets of Dalton and Furniture of Dalton, the destination that brings you home. Exit 328 off I-75.
Board of Dalton would like to recognize our past and present Dalton Public School teachers. 2018 Ms. Risley Lee Dean, 2019 Mr. Freddie Fuentes, 2020 Ms. Riz Teresa Hensley, and 2021 winner Ms. Riz Jennifer Sumner. Board of Dalton, your hometown Ford dealership. Go Catamounts!
We have known Mark for years, but always assumed switching banks would be such a lengthy and stressful process. However, during the COVID pandemic, First Bank of Dalton was there to help when we needed them.
I'm glad we were here when they needed us and could show them just how easy switching to First Bank of Dalton can really be.
It became clear that our business belonged with Mark and First Bank of Dalton. They go the extra mile for their customers.
Well, going the extra mile is one of our core essentials at First Bank of Dalton. You ready to switch? Let us go the extra mile for you.
At Beautiful Smiles by Design, we are proud of our small town heritage. Located in Dalton and Calhoun, Georgia, we serve our community with pride. We have extended hours, including early and late appointments, plus we are open Saturdays for your convenience. To see more of our amazing transformations, please visit us on www.beautifulsmilesdentistry.com or visit our Instagram page. For all your family and cosmetic dental needs, come to Beautiful Smiles by Design.
We're back on the Catamount Football Show. We got Coach Adam Martinez. Coach, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about your on-the-field football duties, because you've changed positions this year. So talk about the transition and the guys you're coaching now.
So, yeah, I'm at receivers. You know, that was a whole new position for me. I've been at running backs for decades here at Dalton and the privilege of doing that. And being a receiver coach, kind of those guys, we say they're the same in a sense, but then after really getting into the weeds, they're really not. And so a lot of things had to change from my perspective. A lot of work I did last spring of drills and just trying to figure out what fits us. You know, you get on YouTube and there's a million things you could do, but at the end of the day, it's what works for us and what's going to get our guys at the best position.
I think the biggest challenge, I think the receivers have maybe besides the quarterback, but the receivers have the biggest mental challenge of a lot of positions, because not only do they have to know their routes, they've also got to know the formations and where to line up.
Right. I think that was one of the biggest things we saw from just even the spring into now. I mentioned it to our offensive coordinator, Eric, that, you know, we couldn't even line up in the spring, and we didn't know with new lingo coming in. Right. And they've just done such a great job, and you've seen it week after week. We've improved in that.
So one of the special guys we've got is number 5. I mean, Kareem, and Friday night, almost 200 yards receiving, right. 10 catches, a couple touchdowns. Talk about him and his development over the last couple of years has been really outstanding in his leadership.
Right. I had the privilege of working with him for a very long time, and then in the off season, the things that people don't see, what you see on the field is one thing, but it's what you don't see in the off season. The stuff he works on, simplicity, just movements, and he'll just work on one movement from that. Does it in a very fast motion of that. But it just, we call a thing called bend over. We start practice like that, and we start warm-ups like that. It's called a bend over drill. And all it simply is, he's bending his back, and it looks like he's about to catch the ball. And then as you saw Friday night, the guy bid on it, and speed took over. So, yeah, that's one of the things that he keeps on, and with the rest of the core.
I think the thing that I've noticed, and particularly with him and with Journey is the way they're, and it's going to sound strange to say it, but because you're supposed to catch it with your hands, but the way they catch the ball with their hands, they've got them out in front now, where they instead of having them in here at their body. And
that was one of the things from last year's season. The thing that I noticed that was one of the biggest challenges coming into the spring and the summer. We try to get out of here every day with at least 100 balls of catches. And to simply put, the study that I've done and to help other people was simply not everybody can catch it like an NFL guy. And we try to tell them, you do you, how you catch the ball. And I gave them some different pointers. Some of them will do the U, some of them will do the diamond, and some will have to do C's just when they have small hands. We have a kid right now that he had to learn like the little kids and do that, and now he's catching the ball. So
and when you say that, you mean how their hands are.
Right. So you have a diamond, we do a U, and then if you're really struggling, we do a C, and that's what we teach like my son. Right. And so with that, they've really caught it. It's not hitting their chest anymore like it used to.
So on the field, a lot of responsibility, and then you have an even bigger job, I think, off the field. Talk about the equipment side of this thing. You took over a couple years ago from Coach Bennett, and now you've got him under your thumb as your assistant. Yeah. But talk about that whole thing in there and what happens in the equipment.
That's the one job that is 24/7. That's the job that would put kids in danger if they do something wrong. We're very fortunate here at Dalton to have top-of-the-line equipment, and every kid gets measured and fitted personally by either Coach Bennett or myself. And he always says he's my assistant, but that's not true. And I always run everything by him. And Coach Carpenter's allowed me to do more of the ordering and kind of seeing how that is. But every kid, equipment-wise, I think we figured it out. It's close to like $800, $900 per kid, and it's state-of-the-art stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say when you look at our equipment, we don't skimp on anything, right? When it comes to safety, those guys have the best stuff.
Right, and so probably the thing that just always that I take pride in, Coach Bennett, myself, and others, is fitting their helmet. Their helmet has to have a certain drag. We go by manufacturers' recommendations, and as well as shoulder pads. I mean, that's where we're very fortunate this year that we've had any shoulder injuries due to the fact that our shoulder pads cover their shoulders, our shoulder pads protect their collarbone, and so it's one of those things that we don't take lightly. And we start around March. We start fitting kids.
I think a lot of people don't realize this, but there's been a lot of turmoil in the helmet industry, right? There's been companies that have gone out of business because of liability. Right. Talk about that particular side of it, because that's a challenge for you guys to get the right helmet, right?
That's right. That industry itself is what you see on Saturdays and what you see on Friday. It's not what the local sports store sells. Right. And so a lot of times, and we're seeing it even with our 7th and 8th grade, that they'll go buy a helmet, whether one of the manufacturers, and then they think it's the same one they see on Saturday, where in fact it's not. But we have what's deemed right for high school, because you can't wear a middle school helmet in the high school because of the air and everything that's in it. So they've done all the studies. Virginia Tech does a study every year. You can look it up online. It rates every helmet, and we're very fortunate that we're in the green. In other words, they say these helmets are the best helmets. We're in the green of what we have, and we're in the green of providing that for our kids.
Yeah, and that's so important, right? I mean,
it absolutely is. It's injury, because I mean that's the one thing that would literally, it says on the helmet, you could die from improper use of this helmet. So yeah, it's one of those things between that, uniforms, right down to knee pads and belts. We provide that for our kids, and it is. And Coach Johnson helps when I'm signaling on Friday nights. Another thing I do for Coach Long, he takes care of that for me if a helmet goes down when we're on offense, and we kind of share the responsibilities of that.
So before we wrap up here, update us on your family. They're growing up fast, right?
Yeah, they really are. My wife of 20 years, Jennifer, we've been doing this. This is our 18th year with Catamount Football, and I have a 15-year-old, believe it or not. He runs track for the Catamounts, and I have Jack. He's 12. He plays for the 6th grade team, and he's wide open. And it's just one of those things that we're all about it. Absolutely. And you know Jack, so
he's wide open. He's a good boy.
Yeah, he is.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on. We certainly appreciate everything you do for Catamount Football.
Thank you.
Stay right here. Back with more in just a minute.
We're super fired up down here at Cherokee Brewing, getting ready for another football season. Don't forget to come down and check out one of our 24 beers on tap. We got the brewcade going on. Also want to remind you that we do have a drive-through set up behind the Oakwood Cafe, so you can get your favorite chicken tenders without getting out of the car. Keep an eye out for a concerts out at Walnut Hill Farm on the weekends this fall, and also be prepared for our Georgia-grown produce boxes with gathered goods. We appreciate all your support, and go teams this year. I hope everybody makes it to the playoffs. Woo!
Hi, I'm Charles R. Hicks Sr.
And I'm Chris Hicks.
And we're the Transformers crew.
With over 40 years of experience from brakes, AC tune-ups, oil changes, and custom rebuilt transmissions, Transformers is your #1 automotive repair source. We have a brand new state-of-the-art facility conveniently located here on Sugar Road, and we also offer financing for those unexpected repair needs. So come and check out the real professionals, because we are
Transformers.
Transformers Transmission and Complete Auto Repair Specialist.
Every day brings new challenges. GigLink is helping our community keep pace in this brave new world. New ways to efficiently communicate, new and innovative ways of approaching manufacturing, new ways to explore our dreams and goals. GigLink's lightning-fast service provides downloads and uploads up to 10 times faster than traditional internet speeds, perfect for today's data-intensive environment, giving us all a chance to succeed. Connect with GigLink today.
Back to the Catamount Football Show, and we've got a special player interview segment. We've got Grant Halverson on the show. Grant, welcome back.
Hello, nice to be here.
Now, normally we don't have players on twice in a season, but we're having you on because you got a special honor this week. Why don't you tell everybody kind of what the team decided for you?
The team as a whole decided to name me a permanent team captain for the rest of the season, and people voted on it, and I was nominated on the offensive side.
Yeah. So tell me what that means to you. What does that kind of mean for you? You know, this is your senior year, last couple of games here. How does that make you feel?
I mean, it's a really big honor. I've dedicated a lot of time to this program, and I've worked really hard, and it's just a nice reward for my time that I've put into this.
A really good way to kind of close out the season, which it hasn't been the greatest season, of course, but
yes,
but this is really a nice honor for you, I think, isn't it?
Yes, sir. I mean, it means a lot to me just getting that, being named that. It just like football will always have a special place in my heart, and just like knowing that I was named a team captain. It's just
I think one of the things I've seen, I've been with you for 4 years as you've come through the program, and one of the things that has stood out about you has been your work ethic in the weight room. Talk about that a little bit. When you decided to put that kind of effort into it, and what that's meant to you as a player.
Well, whenever I wasn't the strongest coming into high school, and I saw the other seniors like Manny and Brant working and lifting a lot of weight, and then you could see that on the field whenever they were able to dominate the defensive linemen, and I wanted to be able to do that like them. So I worked really hard in the weight room to try and obtain that and just become a better football player.
Yep, and I think that's one thing that the young players, kind of communicate that to them, because you don't have to be a great athlete to work hard in the weight room, right? I mean, it doesn't matter. This is equal footing in here, and everybody can work hard, right?
Yes, sir. I mean, we all can start at a little different places, but as long as you put time and effort into it, you can become a beast in the weight room.
Yep, absolutely. Well, thanks so much for coming back on, and I want to tell you just
thank you for letting me.
Congratulations. It's a well-deserved honor, and couldn't happen to a better young man.
Thank you.
Stay right here, back with more Catamount Football in just a minute.
Buy from the pros who know at Proformance Sports Academy. Our pro shop has one of the largest selections of bats, gloves, and cleats in the North Georgia area, featuring Rawlings, Wilson, Louisville Slugger, DeMarini, Mizuno, and the largest New Balance cleat dealer in the area. We provide baseball and softball gear for travel leagues, rec leagues, middle school, and high school programs. Get your baseball and softball training, equipment, and uniforms from the former collegiate and professional players who know at Proformance Sports Academy. ProformanceSportsAcademy.com.
ASA, Dalton's fire protection, industrial life safety, and commercial security experts. Fire sprinklers, fire extinguishers, fire alarm systems, clean agent suppression systems, backflow devices. Go Catamounts. ASA, the life safety company.
Dad, look, I found a lost puppy.
Well, I'm not lost exactly, but hey, are you planting that tree? Wait, where are the flags? The paint? Didn't you contact 811?
I've dug here before, it's fine.
Contacting 811 to have all underground utilities marked is the law, and it protects us all. Here, let me borrow your cell phone.
Dogs don't use cell phones.
Humans shouldn't dig before contacting 811. I mean, woof.
Online or on the phone, contact 811 at least 2 business days before any digging project. Brought to you by Georgia 811.
Can we keep them?
All right, we're back. We're continuing our special player interviews here. We got Brandon Arredondo. Brandon, you're on here for the same reason as Grant. Talk about what that means to you to be named a permanent captain for the defense.
Well, it really means a lot, especially on the defensive side, because Dalton's known for the defense. I've worked night after work. You know, I've put so much into this program, and it means extremely a lot. I love it so much.
Yeah. It's obvious that you love it, and I think one of the things that you're known for on this team is your effort, not only in the games, everybody can see that, but practice. Talk about how hard you go in practice and what that does for you when it comes game time.
Well, really, you got to practice hard. You know, you have to envision yourself making the plays in practice so you can have it in the game, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I read gaps, I read linemen, I read their blocks, I read pulls, and, you know, when it comes to game time, you know, it's just easy reads.
Yeah, yeah. You're not, I mean, you play linebacker for us, and you're not, 220-pound linebacker out there running around. So, and we play against some pretty big defensive linemen. Talk about battling those big offensive linemen that you run into on Friday nights.
Oh, man, they're some pretty big linemen, but, you just got to have some technique, You really can't be, intimidated by the size or anything, You really just have to give it your all, If you have heart or anything, you'll be just fine.
Where do you think I love your intensity. Where does that come from? Is that something you've gotten from your parents, or just how did that develop?
How did that develop? Oh, boy.
I know that's a hard question.
I don't know. It's just really, it is a hard question.
Yeah, it's just something inside of you, right?
Yeah,
I mean, you can
inside.
see it in your eyes and how hard you go. What would what do you want your legacy and your message to be to the underclassmen that are going to be coming back into this program next year?
You need to have heart, man. If you have your heart into this, you'll be just fine. Give it your all in practice. Don't be skipping reps or anything. Work in the weight room as well. I believe the weight room helps tremendously.
There's no question. You and Grant both have done just such a great job in the weight room and on the practice field. And I just want to tell you, congratulations on being named a permanent captain. Very well deserved, and you've done a great job this year.
Thank you so much.
Stay right here, back with more in just a minute.
Every community has challenges.
But where others see challenges,
we see opportunities.
Opportunities to harness the pride
and strengths of Whitfield and Murray counties.
To fight
for the education, basic needs,
and health of every person
in our local community.
We are the hand raisers,
game changers,
and the problem solvers.
United,
we can create a community where
everyone
is part of something bigger than themselves.
Be inclusive.
Be bold.
Be kind.
Live united.
Thank you.
Years. How did we get here? It's that we made meaningful relationships and helped so many people along the way. And that is the measure of a man.
AFG has a new look and a new downtown location. Still the same great service you've come to expect for the last 50 years. Providing health insurance for employers, individuals, and seniors. Come enroll with us and go Big Red.
I thought it was going to be a rainy night, but fortunately the rain held off.
It did, and it turned out to be a nice evening.
I think we were talking before this started here. The last time we played here was what, 2001, 2, somewhere in there. Yeah. It was a sandy field then.
Oh yeah.
So good read right there by Brady.
It was a great opening possession. He did a great job. The line did a great job of blocking. It's a great call here on the reverse. It's still got people blocking. There's a good block set up right there.
Yeah, that was Brady blocking for Journey.
And certainly got our speedster.
Here's another look at it. See what that reverse action does, get the whole defensive front running the wrong way.
What's that, a defensive lineman running down?
That's that big old end.
Oh,
they had those two big ends, 45 and 48.
It's that's just about the only way that you're not going to be able to let him score.
That's a great point. That's right.
It's a great little touchdown here. Guys pulling around there and punching it in. I love to be able to see us be able to turn and run that thing in.
And you got Tyson playing with a cast on his left hand. Had a heck of a game to be a one-handed running back.
Yeah, he certainly did. And this is right after, they jumped off sides on that field goal. And so we're able to go in there and punch it in. It's such a good feeling. Now, as it turns out, that 2-point conversion was kind of the difference.
Yeah.
Could have been the difference in the game.
That's right.
So here's defense. We got a bunch of different guys again doing a bunch of different things. You can see here, we're getting some pressure. We got great coverage all night. And the front's just kind of doing their thing. And as he scrambles out of there, we're able to tackle him.
Good push by those guys collapsing the pocket too.
Oh, yeah. Good protection, great ball, great catch.
Kareem has turned into a really effective weapon for our offense.
Certainly spectacular.
Good protection up front, like you said. Really good job by those guys.
Another good throw and catch here. Warner's really done a great job. He's finishing this season strong, catching the ball well, running good.
Runs hard too.
Yeah.
Here's Tyson again.
Anytime that you can run it between the tackles, that's the most frustrating. Journey with another good reception. It's really hard to kind of cover him on the out. He puts his foot in the ground and just outruns you.
Seems like he catches a touchdown pass every week.
It does.
I mean, he's just always finding the end zone. So it's a great start, up 15-0.
And there it is. It's so much helpful, forcing them to kind of start on the 20. Now, we had a bunch of freshmen that were working on the kickoff team, to kind of get them some experience. They did a great job, but probably the best job done all night was Bulldog. He had a heck of a ball game.
Good tackle by him right here.
He does, and and that's exactly how he practices.
Yes. Absolutely.
And it translates perfectly to a game.
He has tremendous work ethic.
Yes, and there's another coverage sack there. We got pressure. That's Blackwood, and let's see, who is that?
Austin Fisher.
Austin Fisher. This is just a great play by Assad. He's in great position. He's really been working at his craft. He was in great position there. He threw it, and they didn't really try him after that.
Nope. Here you get another look at it. Just great job of playing his receiver and playing the ball.
And then he runs it like a defensive player. Let's fast. Let's get out. Let's not take a hit. They come back with a little power right there. We got a little Earth Bulldog again. Just kind of doing what he does.
Good to see 88 back on the field too, right?
Yeah, it is. This is his first game back, and we say this every week. We're just going to try to play you limited. It never ends up that way. That's a great job right there. The defensive front did a great job of doing what we asked them to do and keeping the guys off of them, and they were able to spring loose. Right here is tough, Andy came back in the second quarter. It's kind of the first series he was in. If that guy would have held it a little bit longer, Bulldog would have got him.
Good return here by Journey. Good protection and just got wide open.
It is. You've got to be frustrated to their defensive coaches. You know what they're going to do, and it just takes a second for them to run by you.
Got 3 defensive backs over there, all chasing him. That's a great thing for Kareem is you can't double Kareem because of Journey.
That's right, or even
or Luke or Warner. I mean, we've got weapons out there
everywhere. That's a great run right there. That's a good little check. It makes it difficult to really play the run and the pass at the same time.
Absolutely.
Another good kick.
Goes 22-7. Brandon couldn't show the scoreboard because of where his position in the press box.
There you can see a lot of our young kids in there, young freshmen in there getting down the field, getting down there and making a big play for us, a big stop. We had a little twist on right there, and Bannon,
what a great twist. I mean, right into it.
It is. Coach Bennett started working that on Wednesday. You can see him looping around right there, and bam, perfect. Another coverage, you get a lot of pressure. The guy kind of scrambles out around here and throws the ball the way. The quarterback's really a great player. He's got a strong arm. He can throw the ball down the field.
So we come back on offense. We'll toss sweep here action.
Yeah, it's where it's one of those things where against Carrollton, they roll around and stand up running for a touchdown. On this end of it, we rolled around right there and the ball comes out and they get it. There's another time we're getting the pressure on him, throwing the ball away.
Excellent coverage too.
This is a young freshman right here. He's running step for step. Kendricks London really had a heck of a night the other night. This is tough right here. They run the fade there on Kareem.
It's a hard route to defend.
It is a hard route.
When it's thrown right.
It is, and positioning out of number 2 made it difficult.
The fog kind of rolled in too.
Yes, it did. And so this is right here. We're working our 2-minute drill, kind of working ourselves down the field right here. Just throwing a little comeback, just kind of inching, and we want to try to get some points right here before the half. Our guys hustled out there and didn't execute.
So go into halftime. It's 22-7, I believe, at the half. We'll be back in the second half in just a minute.
Direct Packaging is your complete one-stop packaging supplier of choice. In addition to being the largest in-stock packaging and adhesive supplier in North Georgia, Direct Packaging also manufactures boxes while adhering to the same service standards our customers have come to expect. With over 170,000 square feet of packaging and specialty films, boxes, and adhesives, we are the leader for packaging supplies. Direct Packaging is committed to our customers. We have a dedicated fleet ready to serve you. We pride ourselves in being able to deliver upon receipt in a 60-mile radius within a 4-hour window. Our friendly staff is very knowledgeable and willing to help in any way that we can. With years of experience in the packaging industry, we can find the right product that suits your packaging needs. Direct Packaging also believes in supporting our community. We proudly serve by giving back to local organizations that make the Dalton area such a great place to live. Proud of the work we do, dedicated to the customers we serve. Direct Packaging, your largest single-source packaging distributor manufacturer in North Georgia. Contact us today.
Home is a place where all are welcome. It's where the story begins. It's not a place, it's a feeling. Home is where the heart is. At Furniture of Dalton, we handpick each of our 150 brands so that you can find your perfect heart's desire. Come see what you've been missing at Carpets of Dalton and Furniture of Dalton, the destination that brings you home. Exit 328 off I-75.
If you are selling or buying real estate, we are here to help.
Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty has been guiding the Dalton community home since 1974.
Please contact the #1 real estate company in Northwest Georgia for all your real estate needs.
Board of Dalton would like to recognize our past and present Dalton Public School teachers. 2018 Ms. Risley Lee Dean, 2019 Mr. Freddie Fuentes, 2020 Ms. Teresa Hensley, and 2021 winner Ms. Jennifer Sumner. Board of Dalton, your hometown Ford dealership. Go Catamounts!
At Beautiful Smiles by Design, we are proud of our small town heritage. Located in Dalton and Calhoun, Georgia, we serve our community with pride. We have extended hours, including early and late appointments, plus we are open Saturdays for your convenience. To see more of our amazing transformations, please visit us on www.beautifulsmilesdentistry.com or visit our Instagram page. For all your family and cosmetic dental needs, come to Beautiful Smiles by Design.
You know, they come out here. It's a great play right here. Good coverage by Kareem.
Get the ball back, and it's a little quick throw out to Journey. Get him out in space.
Yeah, he's so dangerous.
Just an athlete out there running around.
Good protection again. Great throw. What a great catch. You know, I think it was 3rd and a ton.
Yeah, it was like 3rd and 27, I think. Had a couple of penalties, and to be able to make that, convert that is a backbreaker for a defense. I mean, that's just so disheartening.
It is. It is. Great throw, great catch. It's a good read here. Brady's done a heck of a job leading this offense and running it when he needs to run it and scrambling when he needs to scramble it.
Yeah, he's dangerous when he's running the football. People don't realize that as much.
Big 4th down play right there. Trying to get it, didn't work out. So we come back defensively. Thought we had us one right there. You know, Icos did a great job of stripping the ball. It's just one of those you want to try to pick up, but then, you know, as it turns out, it would have been best to just fall on it. Great play again by Assad.
Defensive backs, they celebrate more than any.
They do.
Any position group on the field.
They do. They throw a little corner route. Just a 2-point conversion right here. Assad had a great week. I mean, great game tackling. He strips the ball there, prevents them from getting the 2-point conversion. This was a great catch by Blanchard. You know, just standing right there watching the way he had to turn his body.
Seems like he makes one of these every week. I mean,
it does.
Just either a leaping or twisting, turning, some sort of catch. He's a force out there.
Absolutely. Another great run by Brady. Just down about to 15.
See it again. Good job by some of the linemen downfield. There's Striker Woods, and I saw Grant down there.
Oh, this is tough. You know, that's where the safety rolls down. It's about to be a touchdown pass. You know, it just drops down on the ground. So we come back right here. Again, BD kind of doing his thing. Turn around and try to keep more pressure on Kenny. Does a great job coming up. Again, another cover sack. BD coming out of the secondary and making the tackle there.
Coming back on offense here.
You know, that's where you kind of get frustrated. You know, you got him hemmed up here, and now all of a sudden he just kind of dumps it off to somebody, and they gain a ton of yards.
Dumps it off to the one-handed running back.
Yeah, one-handed running back.
What a great catch.
It is.
When you got a club on your left hand. Tyson's tough. He runs hard, blocks hard.
Yeah, he's done a great job of catching the ball and running down the field here for sure. A little swing pass to Warner, kind of getting what he can. You know, he's continuing to fight for yard after yard after yard. So go in and try to get this field goal right here. And man, he's got the leg, he just pushes it.
Just a little bit wide right.
And so this gives them the opportunity to kind of drive down the field. They come out and try to test the little freshman. He did a great job of coverage. Come down. They wanted the swing pass. You know, he didn't get it. He's got, I want to think they had linemen down the field right here.
I think they did.
And so that backed him up. Still 1st and 15. Got 3 safeties in. They throw it out here. We get called with a pass interference.
Yeah.
So they try a little run right here. You know, you can see a coach come through here. In just a second, it cost them 15 yards right there and took them totally out of field goal range at that point.
Yeah, I guess they were upset about, thought it was a face mask or something. I don't know what they.
Yeah, I'm not sure. You know,
it's the only thing I could figure.
Yeah, and you know, their coach tried to grab him. Well, they come back here. You know, they throw the go right there. It's a tough thing. You know, he realizes how disappointed he is that he didn't catch it, but you know, unfortunately, it was ruled a catch.
Yep. Looked like the official was behind the player, so he couldn't see the ball in front of him, unfortunately.
Yeah, so I think there's about 10 seconds left right here. You know, and we're trying to get the ball out, so they try to sneak, we stop them.
It's a great job of not letting them in the end zone.
It is.
I mean, it's been so easy for that point just to be frustrated and give up, and they do it twice and don't get in.
Yes.
That says a lot about those guys over there.
So here it comes, you know, you kind of do the freeze thing, and boom, I thought we might have been able to block it, but it's a tough angle. It's a good kick by the kid. And that's how it kind of ended.
We're super fired up down here at Cherokee Brewing, getting ready for another football season. Don't forget to come down and check out one of our 24 beers on tap. We got the brewcade going on. Also want to remind you that we do have a drive-through set up behind the Oakwood Cafe, so you can get your favorite chicken tenders without getting out of the car. Keep an eye out for a concert out at Walnut Hill Farm on the weekends this fall, and also be prepared for our Georgia-grown produce boxes with Gathered Goods. We appreciate all your support, and go teams this year. I hope everybody makes it to the playoffs. Woo!
Hi, I'm Charles R. Hicks Sr.
And I'm Chris Hicks.
And we're the Transformers crew.
With over 40 years of experience from brakes, AC tune-ups, oil changes, and custom rebuilt transmissions, Transformers is your #1 automotive repair source. We have a brand new state-of-the-art facility conveniently located here on Sugar Road, and we also offer financing for those unexpected repair needs. So come and check out the real professionals, because we are
Transformers.
Transformers Transmission and Complete Auto Repair Specialist.
Kaler Industrial Sales after hours service. This is Raymond. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, sure can. We can meet you in about 15 minutes. Does that work? Hey, Heath, you got to go to work.
I'm go.
Good hit, Aiden. Good hit.
Papa, why are you and Dad always running off to work like that?
Well, at Kaler Industrial, we always tell our customers we don't expect their business, we earn their business.
Every day brings new challenges. GigLink is helping our community keep pace in this brave new world. New ways to efficiently communicate, new and innovative ways of approaching manufacturing, new ways to explore our dreams and goals. GigLink's lightning-fast service provides downloads and uploads up to 10 times faster than traditional internet speeds, perfect for today's data-intensive environment, giving us all a chance to succeed. Connect with GigLink today.
All right, Coach, let's talk a little bit about the East Paulding Raiders coming to Harmon Field on Friday night. They've got a special player at running back, right?
They do. He's an SEC top back. He's big. He's returning from last year. While he's big and certainly hard to tackle, they've got a complement of giant linemen yet again. They're probably the biggest top to bottom across the board that we've seen this entire year.
And they're very much a run-oriented offense, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. With a guy like that, let's give it to him 35, 40 times a game.
When you're scouting a team like that, what kind of things are you looking at when it's so run-heavy? What kind of things do you look for as a defensive coach?
First thing we look at is can we play man on the receivers? If we're able to lock up and play man, then that allows us to get more people in the box.
Right.
Where it would be trouble is if, hey, we need to commit extra DBs to stop the passes. So that's the first thing that we look at.
Yeah, and that's key, right? I mean, that determines a lot of blitzes and things that you can do schematically, right?
It does. It just determines, where we're going to put people. The more chances you got to tackle the guy, the better off it is. And so you want to get as many people in the box as we can.
That's right. Defensively, they're a 3-4 team, which we haven't seen as many 3-4 defenses this year. What do you see, as a defensive-oriented coach, what does a 3-4 allow a defense to do?
Well, it really allows you to blitz. It allows you to also get a maximum number of cover guys in. And so you can bring people out of the secondary through a blitz and then rotate the secondary down to really be a more of a run-oriented pass coverage rather than, just, hey, we're going to straight lock across the board. And so it gives you more options.
Yeah, and that's a great point. I think from an offensive line perspective, when you look at a 3-4, they can blitz from so many places. That really presents a challenge. They can come off the backside of your strength of your formation, or load up the front side, or come from the middle. It really creates some potential issues.
It does, but it also, if they're structurally sound in the secondary, that it really could create some problems because the easiest way to defend the blitz is to throw it. Well, now they've got DBs coming from everywhere.
One thing they do differently than some of the other teams we played is they blitz from depth quite a bit. So they don't walk up their linebacker and bring him from 3 or 4 yards deep. What's the idea behind that?
Because the linemen get kind of geared in. They're looking at who they've got to block. They know what they've got to do. Now all of a sudden that guy's not there, or there's an extra guy putting pressure on the inside gap, and so it changes the blocking schemes.
Yeah, you get a guard that's responsible for the inside linebacker, and he sees him standing back there when the ball snapped. Then he puts his attention on the nose man, and the guy runs past him, right?
And so it creates trouble there, and that's really kind of what the blitz does.
Yeah. How about kicking game wise?
Kicking game is kind of the same as it's been, every week. Everybody's got a good solid kicker. Both of our kickers have done a great job returning wise. We'll be in good shape. So this is really going to come down to be a big slobber knocker.
Yep. It'll be exciting game on Friday night, absolutely. So let's take a quick break. We'll be back with more Catamount football in just a minute.
Ford of Dalton, home of the Power Buy, has been voted the best place to buy a new car, the best place to buy a new truck, and the best place to buy a used truck. Ford of Dalton, your hometown Ford dealership. Go Catamounts!
Dalton's fire protection, industrial life safety, and commercial security experts. Fire sprinklers, fire extinguishers, fire alarm systems, clean agent suppression systems, backflow devices. Go Catamounts. ASA, the Life Safety Company.
54 years. How did we get here? It's that we made meaningful relationships and helped so many people along the way. And that is the measure of a man.
AFG has a new look and a new downtown location. Still the same great service you've come to expect for the last 50 years. Providing health insurance for employers, individuals, and seniors. Come enroll with us and go Big Red.
From the pros who know at Proformance Sports Academy. Our pro shop has one of the largest selections of bats, gloves, and cleats in the North Georgia area, featuring Rawlings, Wilson, Louisville Slugger, DeMarini, Mizuno, and the largest New Balance cleat dealer in the area. We provide baseball and softball gear for travel leagues, rec leagues, middle school, and high school programs. Get your baseball and softball training, equipment, and uniforms from the former collegiate and professional players who know at Proformance Sports Academy. ProformanceSportsAcademy.com.
If you are selling or buying real estate, we are here to help.
Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty has been guiding the Dalton community home since 1974.
Please contact the #1 real estate company in Northwest Georgia for all your real estate needs.
All right! Oh yeah, baby!
Hey folks, Jason Denson, Ford of Dalton, North Georgia's fastest growing dealership and home of the Power Buy. Our new Ford vehicles come with Ford of Dalton's exclusive 10-year, 150,000-mile powertrain warranty at no cost to you. FordofDalton.com. Hope to see you soon.
All right, Coach, we've come to the end of another show here, and let's talk about the last home game for our seniors at Harmon Field, East Paulding, Friday night.
It is, and you know, it's as unfortunate as it is, you're also kind of lucky in the sense that you know when your last game's going to be. You know when your last Monday practice, you know your last Tuesday, last Wednesday, and so you know all of these things, and so man, you can really go at it and put forth the effort that you always want to take away from it. And
I'm sure you're like me. I remember our last playoff loss at Harmon Field, my senior year, last game. That's something you don't forget, right? No, you don't forget it at all. Harmon Field is such a special place, and it's special for so long. And to have the opportunity to kind of finish it up there in front of the home crowd is going to be something special. Yeah, and we certainly need to invite as many people out to come to the game and kind of wish these seniors off on their last game, give them a special send-off. Absolutely. These kids have really, really earned it. They've worked at it. They've struggled through adversity, not only with COVID a year ago, but kind of the way this season's turned out. But yet they never waver. They never stop working. They continue to pound it every day. So this past weekend, the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade teams were in their league, and we actually had two teams advance in the playoffs, right? We did. 6th grade played at home Saturday. Did really well, so they won there. So they're in the semifinals. They'll go down, I think, to East Paulding and play down there, on Saturday. The 7th grade really beat a good South Cobb team that was really kind of loaded, but our kids really started fast and came out and played hard. And so they'll play, I think, at Cartersville. And just remind everybody, we talked about it at the beginning of the season when George was on many weeks ago, but this is a pretty comprehensive league they're playing in, right? It is. It goes all the way down to Atlanta, of course, but it's there's like 3 divisions. It's kind of based on rough classification numbers, but it allows us to get quality games. We would have never been able to play the caliber of opponents that we played in this league. And I think this may be game 10 or 11 at this point. And so we've never had that many games that we've been able to play. Right. And I know Coach McKinney said something to me a couple weeks ago about he's trying to maybe put together a JV league for Whitfield, Murray, and Catoosa counties, right?
It is, and so with us, with our JV, like our kind of last game got canceled, and that's kind of it. You know, I think we played, 5 games, and so it's hard to continue to try to schedule people and get people done. But if you can go ahead and get it set in, it also gives those kids something to play for.
It really does, and I don't think people realize how important the JV football is. I mean, that's the time. I used to tell those guys all the time. Thursday is when you show us you can be Thursday afternoon is when you show us you can be a Friday night player.
Absolutely, and that's where they get the opportunity to demonstrate what they've learned, what they can do, and it gets to click at a slower pace than maybe it does in practice because of who they go against, and certainly a different pace than a high school varsity game.
And people may not understand. Explain why we have such a difficulty now in the last several years scheduling JV games versus when we were in a region with local teams.
Well, when we were in a region locally, it's kind of the unwritten rule was you'll play a freshman game on Monday, you play the JV game on Thursday, and then you play the varsity game on Friday
against the same
guy.
Program, yeah.
And so you that's kind of done, and so that scheduling is handled. Well, now that we don't play here, we're kind of subject to, hey, you got an opening? Do you have an opening? We're having to travel, far and near to get games.
Because Paulding County is not going to send their JV team up here on Thursday afternoon to play us.
And talking with some of the coaches down at Carsville, they had a hard time even getting buses, so they had to cancel a lot. None of the Cobb County teams are allowed to play outside of Cobb County. And so it just kind of puts us in a tough situation.
Yeah, I think that league that Coach McKinney's talking about would be a real boost for our younger guys and really give them a lot of opportunities to play. He was talking about having a little playoff segment of it. It was just really a neat idea, I think.
It is very neat, and certainly it would allow us to play local kids, and we can kind of get some of those local rivalries back.
Absolutely. Once again, Friday night at home, Harmon Field, last chance to see this team in action in our home setting, and certainly see the band and the cheerleaders and the whole thing that makes Harmon Field a great Friday night experience, right?
Absolutely.
All right, very good. Well, we'll be back next week, same cat time, same cat channel.